Welcome to EMSCAN Lab. Today what we'll be doing is looking inside the EMXpert hardware just to see how it is that we can do real-time testing of PCBs on your desktop. So what we have set up right now is the EHX. It's connected to our software running live scan, and we're using the Keysight FieldFox to do the sampling of the coupled fields from the scanner. We're testing this demo device, and you can see in less than a second we have a picture of the near-field distribution of one of the clock fundamental frequencies. So the question is, how does this work? Well, if we take apart an EHX scanner, what we see is an array of probes. So this is directly underneath the glass surface, very close to the device that we'll be testing. Each one of these little probes is a small near-field loop. So this loop is able to pick up the magnetic field, and we have them oriented in two different polarizations. So these different loops couple that magnetic field energy and feed them to the backside of our PCB. If we turn over the board, we can see on the backside there's a large array of RF switches. These switches allow us to address the feed from any one of those 1,200 loop elements and pass it to the RF output. This RF output is then what's transferred to the spectrum analyzer for measurement. So in this case, we're doing single frequency measurement in a spatial scan. We're switching through this entire array of 1,200 probes in less than a second and capturing the field at each location. That information is then stored in the spectrum analyzer, transferred back to the software, where we then present it in this graphical format to show you the different locations of your board that are radiating. So really, this is a fairly simple structure. Each time we select a probe, it's just a passive connection to that RF output. If we look at a more sophisticated system like the ERX Plus, there's a little bit more going on, but fundamentally it uses the same measurement array. So if we open up an ERX Plus, we can actually see on the surface is the exact same scanner as we use in the EHX. Below this, we have all of the other circuits that make the ERX Plus different from an EHX. So the most important one is this motor control. It's this motor control which allows us to do the fine positioning of the entire array of probes and allows us to synthesize that higher density of probe spacing. With the existing system, we can go down to 0.05 millimeter, so incredibly small features for sampling on your board. The other components in this system are a microcontroller to run the entire system, an embedded spectrum analyzer that can do very fast measurement, and embedded amplifier. So this is a band selectable amplifier that's set automatically when you choose gain settings in the EMXpert software. We'll close that back up, and then you can see how many things are actually happening inside the ERX Plus box to allow you to do very simple high-resolution testing on your desktop. If we want to talk about EHX Plus, the only difference versus the ERX Plus is that it doesn't have the motor control. So if we have a fixed base, all the other components are there to allow very easy one-box testing on your desktop. So thank you for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. And if you're interested in having any of this equipment come in for a personalized demonstration at your facility, just contact us at any time. Thank you.